Hey guys, John Field of This I Know. Hey, happy Friday. It's June 14th, 2024 already. You know, we say this all the time, but where is the time going? Literally, it's going way too fast. So we need to make the most of what time that God has given us, and we must be about the Father's business, whatever He's given us to do. So today I wanted to do a video on a word that I received quite a while ago, and it's actually quite a simple word. There's not a lot to it. But the word that kept resounding, if you will, was the word adhere. Like I said, it's just a simple word. But with that word, it just kept expanding. And I've been sitting on it for a while, and I just thought, well, I'm going to put this video together and see how this goes. So, jumping over to this other screen, which there's something wrong with my microphone. Hang on. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Sorry if I was blasting your ears out. But Webster's Dictionary here online, the definition for adhesion, steady or firm attachment. Number 2, the action or state of adhering. So when I was thinking about adhesion, or to adhere, a lot of times if we are painting things or redoing things or doing remodeling, especially painting outside, not so much now because it's all vinyl siding, but back in the day it was all wood, and you had to scrape down scrape off the old paint, sand it, do whatever you need to do, fill it, and then go ahead and paint. The whole thing with adhesion is if you're not properly preparing the surface, the new material that you're putting on will not bond properly. So with that word adhesion, going back to this other screen here, another way to think about this, which is kind of interesting for the ladies. So when applied to your nail technician may first add a nail primer to raise your nail's pH for optimal adhesion, then bond adhesive to hold the gel on longer before painting on your color. So maybe that would be a little bit better explanation of the word adhesion, and what your nails have to go through if you're getting nails done, so that way they last a long time and they bond properly. So what else I got off on chasing or pursuing was thinking about, when Jesus said in John 4:2 that I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am you may be also. It's talking about our eternity. I'm going to prepare a place for you, and where I am you will be also, and I will come back and get you. But also, it's about, it can also be talking about right now, that He goes to prepare a place for us. Another interesting thing that I found was within the word adhesion. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit scattered. I really don't have a script. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, if you will. But with adhesion, I was thinking about, when we go to church on Sunday, or even if we go to a Bible study or anything like that, adhesion. What if God goes to prepare a place for us? What are we doing to prepare a place for Him? This just strikes me as very interesting, because if we're spending time in the Word, if we're spending time in prayer, we're spending time in our prayer closets, we're spending time shutting off our social media, shutting off our phones, shutting off our TVs, and communing with Him, spending time with Him, we are preparing a place for Him, and that really needs to happen. So jumping back on what I was speaking earlier, what are we doing to prepare a place for Him And also, what are we doing to prepare our hearts, especially before we go to church? What are we doing to prepare our hearts to receive the word? So, going out over to this other website, you can't see the top of it, but it's under gotquestions.org. I hope I don't get in trouble for using this, but it's absolutely amazing. So, establish your hearts, prepare your hearts. So you can just go there and look up what it says here. What does it mean to establish your hearts? And, in the Bible, it's James 5:8. But preparing our hearts, getting our minds on the things that matter, getting our minds on Jesus, and really preparing our hearts, preparing for the message, so we prepared a place for Him, so that way when the message is preached, much like the parable of the sower is how I also tied all this in together. So with the message in the parable of the sower, about the seed. So verse 3 here, on Matthew 13. So Matthew 13:3. So then he told them many things in parables, saying, a farmer went out to sow a seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed, and here you go. So this is adhesion. This is preparation. This is spending time with God, tearing up the dry places, tearing up the soil, preparing the soil, so that way when the word comes, so verse 8, so still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let him hear. So, and that really gripped me because it was all about adhesion. And if I want something to bond, if I want something to grow, if I want something to put down roots, much like adhesion, I have to prepare the surface for the best results. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but be encouraged. Adhesion. It's absolutely fascinating to me, and this is probably just how my mind works, but how one word can get you on a trail of chasing truth and reading in the Bible and studying the scriptures and hearing what the Spirit is saying about it. God's absolutely amazing, guys. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate the new subscribers who I've seen. I appreciate your comments. So hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment or two and let me know your thoughts. But remember, what are we doing to prepare our hearts? Especially for on Sunday, but we should be preparing our hearts continually through the week. Every single day we should be preparing our hearts. If He goes to prepare a place for you, and this is another thing I wanted to talk about real quick too, Jesus goes to prepare a place for us, then that's awesome. That's amazing. Thinking deeper on this, and some of us know this to be true, is that He has called us, He has prompted us to either move states, move to another city, move to another country. And so many times we hear from God and we get frustrated because we don't think it's happening fast enough. He's not going to keep His word. He's not going to come through. What I heard, blah, blah, blah. Have you ever stopped and slowed down and considered that maybe the place that He's going to prepare for you, He has not made it ready for you yet? So if you were to step into that place, it would be absolutely disastrous because He didn't finish preparing it. I hope this is ministering to somebody. I hope this is speaking to somebody. If he goes to prepare a place for us, what are we doing to prepare a place for him so that way we can hear from him better, we can trust him, and that he is preparing a place for us? Personally, I'm in that position right now with my job. I know there's more. I know there's a new season coming. And I know that when the time is ready, the people who I have developed relationships with, they will come and have a meeting with me and say, hey, we have another opportunity for you. I know that's coming. But he hasn't prepared the place yet. And I have to wait and be patient and say, okay, Lord, I'm waiting on you. It's been a long season. I knew last year, last December, that the season I'm in was drying up. But he's calling me to be faithful and to trust him. Adhesion. What are you doing to prepare your hearts to receive his word, to receive his truth, so that way that seed of truth lands on good soil and it puts down roots and it starts growing and producing a harvest in your life? Are you preparing a place for him? Are you truly preparing a place for him? He's preparing a place for you, and he's got more for you. So I hope this encourages somebody. I hope you have a great weekend. I know some of you work the weekends. For those of us that have it off, it's awesome. But be blessed. Like I said, hit the like button, share this, and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Until I talk to you next time, God bless. Thank you for watching.